Hey, what's going on YouTube massive guys? It is Future Tomorrow back with another vid. Two UK Nike Air Huaraches, one of them seeming to be an exclusive to Footlocker.co.uk. But guys, right before I get into any more details, I do want to give a huge shout out, mad thanks as always, to my boy Don Ruler in the UK. If you guys do not know about Don Ruler, you are sorely missing out. A link to his channel, guys, will be down in the description. I would definitely go ahead, sub him, check out his content. Really cool brethren. Again, huge shout out to him, because without his help, guys, these two shoes would not be possible. He picked both of them up for me from Footlocker.co.uk. For those of us living here in the US, you know that you can't actually order directly from Footlocker.co.uk. I really try not to bother Don Ruler with requests and asking him to pick up anything for me, just because he's extremely busy. He has work, he has school, and I'm sure he has things going on in his personal life as well. But I hit him up, and he was happy enough to go ahead and grab these for me, and I hugely appreciate it. So again guys, link to his channel down in the description. Now let's jump into what we got here on deck. This pair here, guys, the iron green, is actually still they're still available on Footlocker.co.uk, but I also noticed that urbanindustry.co.uk has them as well, so I could have went ahead and got them from there, but I most likely would not have gotten them for the price that he got them for, using a Footlocker discount, which brought these down to a ridiculously nice price, both shoes actually. So the colorway on this guy is iron green, black pine, cargo khaki. If I just turn the shoe over or the box really quick, you guys can see the style code on the side of the bottom. Sorry, the style code, and then the colorway is what I meant, and then the obviously Air Huarache on the side, US 11, UK 10, and then this pair over here, I am surprised that this has been slept on, and this is pretty much not sold out, but this has been out for about maybe I think 3 months now, and it is still sitting on Footlocker.co.uk. Only a few sizes are sold out, so again, I'm pretty surprised by that. But the colorway on this guy is black, hyper punch, iron green as well. And if I just turn the shoe over here really quick, or the box I should say, you guys can take a look again at the colorway, style code, and again UK 10, US 11, which is my size in Huaraches. Now guys, as far as the way Huaraches fit, I've seen a lot of people talk about going a half size up, going a full size up. Again, I might have mentioned this in past videos, I really think it's your socks that has a large part to do with it. Don't really try to wear like thick winter socks or crew socks with Huaraches. That's probably not going to work out too well, because the design of the shoe, guys, as I've mentioned in past videos, and so have other great reviewers, is that basically it's like the entire shoe is a sock booty, so you have to kind of factor that in with the type of socks that you're actually wearing with the Huaraches, as far as the fit and the sizing goes on the actual shoe. So what I'm going to do, guys, is just basically move the Hyper Punch iron green, which is actually my favorite out of the two shoes, out of the way really quick, so we can just actually focus on the actual iron green. Now I just want to actually bring this one back over really quick to just kind of figure something out. Okay, I have it figured out. So guys, the entire mesh material of this shoe, or mesh toe box I should say, in the front, leather material with this slight texture, which you guys have actually seen before. You can see that texture is also on the side flaps, if you will, on the medial side of the shoe also. That is the iron green part of the shoe, and the pine, guys, is actually the neoprene sock booty that obviously starts right here and then extends to the upper of the tongue of the shoe, and in the back of the shoe as well. The inside sock liner is iron green as well. I mean, and then the neoprene that shows right here is also iron green. You have your black rubber flaps, if you will, or straps I should say, with a clear or opaque Nike tab in the back of the shoe. As I mentioned in the past, guys, do not pull your Huaraches up with these, especially on Huaraches that use the clear tab. it's highly likely that this could actually like break on you, so you definitely don't want to actually pull your Huarache up by this. Always use the end of the back of the sock booty, if you will. The only breakup in color on this shoe, guys, is obviously the white midsole, which is Phylon material, or made of Phylon, if you will. So the shoe is obviously like ridiculously light, even though Huaraches seem to have been getting lighter and lighter. I'll cover that in another video of the Safari Bamboo 2014 Nike Air Huarache. Have a review of that coming up for you guys. You have a gray strip right here, and then you have kind of like a teal colored, if you will. It's not exactly turquoise, definitely not gift box blue. It's somewhere in between like a very light teal to very light turquoise, if you will, or darker turquoise. Nike Air Huarache sitting on the black. So that's the only breakup in the color right there, the midsole, the strip, and the Nike Air Huarache lettering. If we turn the shoe over, you basically can see that you have that same color once again in the irregular triangle. You obviously have your 3 strips in the front that are white, and the irregular triangle being in white, because obviously, again, whatever color your midsole is, that's the color that's gonna actually dominate or peek through on the bottom of the Huarache. And again, typical outsole, no surprises, nothing new there as far as a pair of Huaraches go, or this model of Huarache, as I say, goes. Now, again, guys, I think people are kind of, I'm not sure if to say really sitting, sleeping on these, whatever the deal is. I know it's been a very hectic year as far as sneakers go. I do believe that way too many sneakers have actually released this year. Proof and point of that is, if you notice, and I've actually been talking to this with a couple of friends at Footlocker or Champ Sports, they never used to have releases on Thursday. Guys, now they regularly have releases on Thursday. Like, they were the first ones that actually brought that to my attention when I was in store once. But again, back to the Nike Air Huarache. So this is the iron green. I think it's absolutely fire. I was kind of on the fence about this, and I do have like I do have like 3 other Huaraches that are actually in a type of green colorway, but I actually recently got a CPO provision shirt that is like the exact color of this particular iron green, pine green Huarache. So guys, these are straight fire. Again, they're still available on footlocker.co.uk. I don't think we're going to get them here in the US, and you can also check out urbanindustry.co.uk, which also has them. Again, even though it's only been about a month and a half, I think, since these have released, I have not seen any indication that we're going to get them here in the US, but you can always check your local House of Hoops, Footlocker, etc. Nike has been pretty odd in the way that they actually have been dropping the Huaraches for us here in the US. One other thing I probably should have covered as well. So the actual insole of the Huarache is also, guys, in that pine green, and it utilizes that same kind of turquoise, again, very almost darker type of teal color. Well, it's not really a teal, actually, it's more of a turquoise, I'm sorry. Nike Air on the actual outsole, not the outsole, I'm sorry, the insole of the shoe. The insole is pretty thick as well. Just notice that it's not always that thick on all Huaraches across the board, but it is well, maybe it is. It actually feels like it's a bit thicker on this shoe, but I think it's just my imagination playing tricks on me, or my mind playing tricks on me. So guys, let's go ahead and get that out the way, and then just like mosey back on over to the Hyper Punch, I will call these, or the iron green Hyper Punch. Now, these, to me, guys, when I first saw these, I mean, I am absolutely, out of the 2 shoes that are the 2 Huaraches that I'm covering today, by far these are my favorite. These are the ones that I initially asked Don K. Ruler to pick up for me, and then when we realized that he had this cool discount going on, I think there was some conversation we had about the iron green. I was like, yeah, you know what, why not? Let's go ahead and definitely pick that up as well. So but this, guys, is what started the conversation. This is yeah, this is definitely my favorite out of the 2 shoes I just showed you guys. So if you look at the material or the texture on the front toe box material, is what I meant to say, the toe cap, straight heat, guys. And then that's the material and the same type of texture that you have on those side flaps right there, where all of your eyelets are. You have obviously your black straps, or your black strap on either side, the medial side and the exterior side of the shoe. The texture and the material here is a bit different. It's almost like Cordura, but there's no mention of Khadora in the release of this shoe. It would be awesome if this is actually Khadora, because obviously I think you guys know how resistant Khadora is to tears and rips. So it would be awesome if this is, but again, in the release of these, there was no mention that this material is Khadora, but that's what it actually looks like. That's like in a very dark gray. Some would say actually maybe even a black color. Your iron green starts off with the sock booty from the very beginning right here. Obviously extends to the upper of the sock booty, if you will, or the tongue of the sock booty, I should say. We flip the shoe over. You can see you have more iron green going on there. And then, guys, the Hyper Punch comes in. This is more of like an orange color. Nike is very, very odd in the way that they throw around the word Hyper Punch, because I've noticed with the 2014 Bamboo Safari Huaraches, the Hyper Punch Huaraches, and then these, and then other shoes I've picked up, they just slap Hyper Punch all over the place. I don't know if it's because like a marketing thing or whatever, but this is definitely more orange, guys, than anything else. What's interesting about this particular pair is that it actually does not have a clear strap. It's a solid strap. And then, as some people have pointed out in the past, if I actually just bring the Huarache really close and I flip this over and the camera will go into macro, you guys can see that the non-clear Huaraches, guys, have a piece of gauze kind of in the back of it that starts off from the black to the actual part that says Nike right here. So it does have more support. This is actually stronger than the opaque or clear, translucent, if you will, Nike straps. But I still would recommend, as I've said in past videos and in this video, do not use this strap, guys, to pull the Huarache up. Always pull the Huarache up with the sock, with the back of the sock booty right here. What else do we got? The tongue, you guys can see the seal, black with that Hyper Punch, which is really orange color on it. The sock liner is orange. And then the insole of this shoe is, if I go ahead and just pull that out really quick, see what's interesting about this is there's no Nike Air on this, guys. It's just like the Nike Tick, and it's that iron green. I mean, really, really nice. I think, like, I'm just super, super in love with this colorway. You know, again, I'm super surprised it's been sitting as long as it has. Black laces, obviously, or you guys can see there, obviously, is what I meant. White midsole. And then what gets interesting about this pair of Huaraches is that there's actually an iron green outsole, so it's not black. It would have been interesting, would have been nice actually to have seen it in an orange, kind of like accenting this Hyper Punch, what again is really orange on the bottom here. But you do have that inside of the Nike Air, irregular triangle, 3 slits in the front. And again, guys, just my favorite out of the 2 shoes. We're approaching the 13-minute mark, guys, so I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video of the 2 Nike Air Huaraches that Don Kiruler helped me pick up. Again, huge shout out to him for doing me that favor. Again, guys, a link to his channel will be down in the description. If you guys have any questions, drop them down below. If you have any thoughts on these, why you picked them up, why you didn't pick them up, let me know down below. Would love to hear your thoughts. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. You can follow me on Instagram at Future Tomorrow. And again, guys, thanks so much for watching. This is your boy. I'm out. Peace.